top meme coins of promising chains. So, for example, one that I'm in right now is P on Sui.
One of the first places I look at is the liquid tokens, like the exchange tokens and stuff like that. So I look at things that have restaking balance on them, things that have liquid on them. So I look at those coins tend to have mad push. And what market is sure that we're going back up.
So you had goat pump, then goat receded, then you had pumped 171% or something crazy.
The content presented in this podcast is intended for informational and educational purposes only. It should not be considered as financial advice, and listeners are encouraged to conduct their own research or consult with a qualified professional before making any investment decisions.
Crypto flip.
In 2021-22, I sank my savings into shitcoins and got rinsed. I was in a toxic relationship before FTX imploded. My ex falsely accused me of assault. I spent my last funds on a lawyer and bought Bitcoin at the FTX bottom. After 2 years, I was found not guilty in a court of law. With Bitcoin nearing 100K, I've reclaimed my losses from the 2021-2022 bull, covered legal fees, and found love in a healthy, secure relationship. Conviction matters, bros. Stay strong.
Well, I'm happy for you, bro. I'm happy for you. I don't really know what to say. Do you know what it is? I think I'm so used to hearing these mad confessions where people lose their life savings. I was waiting for the part where you said, and then he got married to Jerome down the road. Do you know what I mean?
Jerome, no.
But yeah, bro, I'm happy for you, man. You persevered. You battled through the struggle. Congrats. The market's meant for people like you.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show, man, like in anything in life, especially in this space, in this market, where like you could be 20% down in a flash of a minute because some clown is talking a bit hawkish. So like you gotta be mentally strong if you're gonna be in the crypto market. And this guy demonstrated it because he's been through a lot, like personally, and having to deal with legal matters, and then having the whereof to, you know what, I'm a little bit overexposed here. Let me buy some Bitcoin to mitigate my risk. And buying the FTX bottom, that's a good trade. And then holding it with conviction, not selling when people are saying, it's going to zero, it's a scam, it's a Ponzi, MicroStrategy is going to get liquidated. It's just, it's a good thing to see. And then you're right, Rick, like I'm so used to waiting for someone to say, yeah, I lost all my savings and doing shitcoin or being a leverage trader or whatever. Like this is good because then now he's back up, he's found love in a secure relationship, and he's got more money than he had started with, and then he's in the middle of an epic bull run, whether it's almost done or halfway done or whatever we may think. So this is good to see. I mean, there's nothing. This is actually not a funny confession. It's more like a, it's more positive one. Started out a bit negative, but another positive side. Good female, bro. Stay strong.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting one. It's a good one. It's a feel good one. He could have gone left though, because in the easy use of assault is wild.
No, it's a girl as well, or your ex, you said.
Yeah, easily it's semantics. So yeah, so kudos to you for surviving through that and holding Bitcoin through it. I thought he was gonna say, look, I had to spend all my money defending myself.
Literally, but it could have, because if he was too, like, if he really got to him, he could have just been all tunnel vision on that and then missed out the opportunity to get the FTX button. But yeah, shout out to him for being, for having his eyes wide open and making the right decision to investing wise.
Still, bro, still. Hey, man, they say the grass isn't always greener, but
in this occasion it was. In this occasion it was absolutely greener.
100%. Let's see what the next one said. I had a panic attack and ended up in a mental ward. I was diagnosed with schizophrenia. I'm 27 with literally 0.8 BTC, including alts. Uncle Sam pays me $900 a month just to play Brain Dead. My SSDI payments are deposited to BTC. I live rent-free now and under table income leverage trading the bull run and loan debts.
Nah. Nah. I don't know if I'm jealous or if I just say this guy's just a fucking waste man. But what you're saying is my man is getting benefits, and he's taking those benefits and not even trading spot. He's leverage trading the fucking market, bro, in a bull run.
Yeah. With
Man,
no
fuck
debt as
this
well.
guy. So Donnies like me and you are paying tax to fund this guy to fake brain dead, bro. Bro, if this guy was brain dead, he wouldn't even be able to put on a fucking leverage trade, bro. They are not the most straightforward thing to do.
He's not brain dead, bro. I think it's just a thing.
Man's clear.
But he's not. He's exactly. He's not brain dead. I don't even think this is schizophrenic diagnosis is accurate because it's quite hard to diagnose that. I think it's easier to diagnose when you're on the extreme spectrum of schizo. But yes, he had a dude. I know bad people that had a mental head attack, or they feel like, I don't know, they had a momentary lost will to keep going or whatever. Like, this is nothing new. But two things I take from this. Yeah? One is quite clever to play the system. You say, yo, I'm living rent-free. I'll use the money and I'll use the bit of portfolio. Kudos to you. I like that. Where you went wrong is trying to do income leverage trading. That's where you're probably going to end up getting wrecked, because people that think they're smart are like, oh yeah, I can outsmart the system. I can outsmart the system. What he's not trying to do is he's trying to outsmart the market. And you know, I have a favorite saying, fam. The market will remain irrational until you become solvent, fam. So, listen, bro. Hey, all I'm gonna say is careful the leverage trader, man, because just last night there was a record liquidation level of 300 billion, fam, and more of that might come. So if your entry sucks, that's the thing about leverage. I'm not saying, I will never tell anyone to not use leverage, bro. But where I caution leverage trader is, if you're going to leverage trade, make sure your entry price is spot on. Make sure it's good. Because if it's not, bro, imagine longest run at 217 or 222, and they pull back to 201, or sorry, 199 last night. You're sweating, bro.
I'm in that trade.
Yeah, you're in that. You're in that trade, but you're not at leverage. You're not leverage to your neck. I know, man.
Nah, 3x leverage,
bro. Yeah, well, that's light work, fam. You know what I mean? That's light. But I know, man, about 90x, bro.
Nah, you're lying. Man said 90x.
Yes.
No.
This man thinking, yeah, it's going up, it's going up, it's going up. I'm trying to. That's the thing, fam. Manager always trying to make quick bucks in this market. But this guy here, this Dunning here, he's got to be very careful, because he really thinks he's outsmarting the system. You can't outsmart the market, bro. I'm telling you this now. You cannot outsmart the market. He's better off just building a spot portfolio and just letting the system just run. Because he's there. He's already done it. They're already giving you these diagnoses. They're going to keep paying you until further notice. Why do you need to go and touch spot? Why didn't you go touch leverage? You just no need to. And if you're going to touch it, make sure you manage your risk properly. But hey, what do I know?
Still. Well, let's work it out. You said you got 0.8, which is what, like about 8.
But that includes alts. So he's sticky. Yeah, okay. Good job.
Yeah. So he's got about, let's say, 8K, maybe slightly more than that in crypto, which is not bad. So he's obviously thinking, how can I take this to the next level? You know, how can I get myself a Lambo and escape this mental wood? You know. How can I get from the free accommodation to the yachts with my Latina by my side or whatever?
Jeez.
That big booty Latina, fam.
Flip on 100x leverage. Hey, I don't know how it's gonna end, but it don't look like it's gonna be a good ending for you, bro. So,
yo, you man. Before we end this one, yeah, you man know, yeah, every bull cycle is littered with the bodies of leverage traders, fam. Like, you remember the last one, Zhongzhu, the guy that was leverage traded his neck, borrowing billions and billions and billions. When Bitcoin went down to his like close to liquidation price, bro, my man started running, fam. He knew he couldn't pay back the loans. My man borrowed billions. Obviously, no one learned what this guy is doing, but I mean, you have a swap portfolio. I mean, 0.8 BTC ain't gonna change your life, bro. I mean, it's a good start. I'll tell you that much. But I won't lie to you. Just stick to spot, buddy. Stick to spot, because hey, leverage, fam. Leverage. Hey,
It's not for everyone, bro. Right now, I'm feeling like it's not for me, bro. But yeah, we should change that later.
We will get into that shortly. But welcome back to the Crypto Flip Podcast. I am your host, Harris King, and I am joined once again with my co-hosts, Ricardo and Deji. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and also leave a review if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Music or wherever you like to listen to your podcasts. So, the main news of the week is that yesterday we had blood in the streets. 310 million billion dollars was liquidated from the crypto market in 60 minutes, which is insane. And just prior to that, the Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell said that the Fed is not allowed to own Bitcoin. And it wasn't just crypto that was in a mess. Also stocks, billions of dollars were wiped out, maybe even trillions. I have to double check. But a large amount of wealth was knocked out of the stock market as well. So what do you guys make of this? What's your strategy, and so how are you trying to navigate through this, choppy waters?
First of all, that power, Donny. I find it wild that the Fed chair has more power than the prime minister. Oh, sorry, than the president. And obviously, I know he's president-elect and he's not in office yet. But this guy is basically saying everything that Donald Trump has said. Yeah, he's trash. He's not. He can't do that because I'm not gonna let him.
That's literally what he said. That's literally what he said, bro. That's literally what he said.
Bizarre, bro.
There is a bit of a caveat, though.
Oh yes, no, we'll get into it, but I want to let Rick finish, and then you go Iris and I go last.
And then I guess the Fed's cutting rates by 25 bips.
Yeah, 25 basis points.
And the market in itself. You know what? I'm just confused, bro. Normally when Feds cut rates, the market's like, yay, this is wonderful.
No, actually, look, Rick, not necessarily, actually, because
the last rate cut, bro, that happened in November, we
dipped, then we got a bump. Like we literally dipped like 5-6%, and then we literally pumped like crazy. So that hasn't happened yet in this one. We're like we dumped some more, and then we had a little peak, but it's not looking strong.
I'm gonna have to double check them charts.
No, double check it.
So yeah, and there's no new stimulus in the market to say that things are not gonna do well. So I mean 300 billion is a lot of peas, bro. And I'm looking across the board right now, and some shit that I've been following, some shit's down 50%. Some of the more like high risk products are down like 50%. We got like Bitcoin still above 100, which is mad. Ethereum is retreating into a little hole. The market right now is just, I'm still net long, but I think the thing with this that's making me feel a bit hesitant is like Ethereum hasn't been doing much for a little while. It's gone up to like 4,000, nearly 4,100. And Ethereum in my mind was the dominant major. And now I don't think Ethereum is a dominant major. I think Bitcoin is a dominant major. I.e., I think Bitcoin will outperform Ethereum and Solana over the next 2 months.
Oh my goodness.
Which I never thought I'd be saying, but
oh my goodness.
Bro, I was looking at the graphs, bro.
Don't make me think. I just bought Solana like 2 weeks ago. Don't make me feel,
bro. But you know what I'm like. I'm looking at the fucking ratios, bro. Like the Sol BTC ratio,
I know you are.
And the ETH BTC ratio, bro. They're both flipped, bro. They both flipped. Bitcoin's outperforming both of them.
But this market goes in cycles, though. It's not going to continue.
This market,
and when it doesn't outperform, then obviously that liquidity is going to go into alts.
I hear you, but bro, I'm trend following, so I'm just following the trend that's presenting itself, and everything is telling me now that BTC is dominant major, and so I just think I don't know why FUD is playing a part in the market, but FUD's playing a part in the market. Hey, I saw this post this morning that I just wanted to share. Somebody said, so let me tell you what's going to happen. BTC is gonna go down below $100,000, and everyone's gonna panic, and then they're gonna sell all their alts. And when everyone finishes selling their alts, institutions are gonna buy all their alts, and then everyone is gonna try and buy their alts back at higher prices, like a fucking idiot. And then the institutions will just dump on them when the market tops out. And I'm like, yeah, basically paper hands in it. We have loads of paper hands in the game, but 300 billion in liquidations is no fucking joke. I can see some man already running away from their responsibilities of paying back that margin call. So yeah, I'm just out here on the wrong side of the Solana long trade.
You man.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was in the gym and then obviously I already knew it was gonna be a bad day for the market. I didn't know it was gonna be this bad because we've been through it before. Personally, historically when we look at when we have rate cuts, the market doesn't always pick up right away. Because it's not just the rate cut is bullish news. It's the speech after the rate cut, because the things that this Dunner was saying, mad hawkish. He was hawkish. He was saying, yes, we are on track to taper inflation. Next year is looking like a good year. But the rate cut slowing down is also not a strong sign for future market outlook. So I'm like, cool. They're a bit vague, but we're like, cool. Then they went on to say, can the Fed hold Bitcoin? No, we're not allowed. When that news dropped, mad days, bro. I'm seeing hella red candles. And you know, when Bitcoin has a little 2, 3, 4% pullback, all coins bleed. So the majority of the crowds that suffered the most was actually memes. I saw PopCat. Woo! PopCat was lost. Listen, now PopCat is a free fall. Literally, and I'm still bullish on PopCat because I still think in this meme cycle, in this super meme cycle, I think one of the things that's gonna show out and outperform are the kind of like the relatively new memes, the old OG like Doge, Shiba, Papes, and you're gonna have maybe a cat meta kind of pop up. But for me personally, this is also another bad dip opportunity, fam. Because you know the rumor is sell the rumor, buy the news. So we knew this news was coming. We should have just sold it. I remember I closed all my trades. I remember I had the good entry on Solana along that 208 before, and I had a little. I think I made like little 50% on my return, but it was looking. It wasn't looking. It looked like the market didn't have strength, so I closed it, and lo and behold, it dumped even lower. So I'm glad I didn't keep that open because I was a bit high leverage. I wasn't like Rick. I went a bit greedy. I was 25x, which was crazy. I shouldn't have done that. But I had to because why not? I mean, trying to press the gas. But personally for me, we know what happened yesterday. Manla Power was hawkish, and I think this was intentionally done. I'm not thinking it was intentionally done by the government to try and buy Bitcoin at a low price, because Bitcoin actually held strong. And then it didn't dip below 99K. It held, I think lowest it dip was, I think it was close to 99, but it was like 105, which is, I think the more we consolidate above 100, the stronger that shows me. And so I think that's good. And we saw some alts showing significant strength. Like we had ENA, like beautiful. We had other couple coins that were showing strength as well. But ultimately for me, I'm still mad bullish in this market. I sold some smaller BTC before this dump happened. I plan to buy back all the things that are on the floor, Shiwi, ENA, things that I know I'm conviction in. The only thing is I'm not strongly convicted in this current pump, or I should say this mini pump, because I don't think this is the picker button. It might be. If it's not, it's okay with me. I'm fine. But if I'm in spot, I'm okay, because if I don't sell, I don't lose my money. But in leverage, you can get wiped out because you're trying to catch the picker button and then you just catch the max. So I'm not touching leverage until I have a clear direction where we're going. Now, here's the thing I want to say to you, man. Yeah, there's some bears out there, bro. There are bears out there, fam. And I'll share a post with you. So there's this guy on X here. He's got mad following. He's got like 500K followers. His name is Jacob King. Yeah, he's a financial analyst / value investor, sharing unbiased contrarian market insight. This Dunny, he's super bearish, bro. He thinks MicroStrategy is a dynamic Ponzi scheme. He thinks what MicroStrategy is doing, he's basically he will sell his equity, buy Bitcoin, And when he buys Bitcoin, the shares pump. He issues more shares, and then he sells it again, and it's kind of like rinse and repeat. So I was like,
Ponzi scheme.
yeah, the Ponzi scheme, yeah. You think it's a
Sounds
Ponzi?
like.
No. I hear that, but my thing is, yeah, when people go out here and scream, oh, Ponzi scheme. Cool. People have made money from Ponzi scheme before. Bro. Like, there's nothing new, man. There's nothing new. Like, you know what I mean, bro? Like, think about it, yeah. The whole entire stock market is a Ponzi scheme, fam. How is it that congressional people are allowed to hold stocks, yeah, but they know exactly what news is coming? They know, oh yeah, we're gonna cut rate in the next couple of months, or we're gonna increase rate. We're gonna do QT, we're gonna do QE. How are they allowed to hold stocks knowing exactly where the market's gonna move because they control the monetary policies? So it's like, if you look at everything in its entirety, everything's a Ponzi, fam, including the stock market. So it's about how you play the game, where your entry is, where your exit is, what your plan is. So, like, this Jacob King guy, I think he's just wishful thinking for the market. To be honest, it's not really relevant, because the reason why it's coming up now is Bitcoin was crashed. Well, I don't say Bitcoin crashed. Bitcoin down 5%. Mala Power was hawkish, and he's like, yes, they were having a party last night, but then I think that party is soon gonna be over because, yeah, I mean, the only thing I'm a bit concerned about is, I think we spoke about this a little bit, is come January, if we have that pump I think we're gonna have end of December into January, is January like a local top because everybody's gonna be super euphoric because Trump is coming in? Do we do the same thing we should have done yesterday? Well, a little bit more, or should have been more aggressive with myself, is sell the rumor, buy the news again, because leading on to that, in the day that President Trump comes in, I see people being over leveraged to their neck, thinking, yeah, Bitcoin's got to the moon, 200K. And that could be a way for us to take out some liquidity and hold it in reserve to buy back some of the dip. Usually January, Feb, March is good months for alts and Ethereum, but doesn't mean we won't have a pullback. Like, the Ethereum could pump before the 20th of the January, whenever Trump is going to office, could pump 50%, 100%, then pull back 30% on that news. So it's like, I'm interested to hear what you guys are thinking or what your plays are, but that's something I'm strong to say. Like, all the whales I've been talking to, that's where they're leaning towards.
Yeah, I've definitely been hearing some of the same. So yeah, when is Trump coming in? I think it's January the 20th.
Yeah.
So definitely around that time is when you should potentially think about taking some
profit.
when it's the table, put it
because you don't want to keep using your own cash to buy. If you take profit to the side and then it dips, you can use that profit to relong the market again, especially if you're convicted that it's going to go back up again, which I think it is. Because I don't think January is the end of the bull market. I just don't think so. I mean, we might not do 5,000% that we've done in the past, but I don't think January is the top. I just don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
Agreed. But for me, one of the interesting things is when Powell was saying that, we're not allowed to own Bitcoin and stuff like that, he said that it's something that Congress can change by law, but it's not something that they'll be seeking to do themselves. Or something along those lines. So when I was listening to this guy, I'm like,
who asked him to give that opinion?
Hey, no, but you say that, but finish, Harris, go on.
No, I was just gonna say, it's just like why you open your mouth like this? Like, this is the first time. Obviously, now that Trump's coming in, I understand where it's coming from. He's talked about strategic Bitcoin reserve. A lot of states have filed applications to have strategic Bitcoin reserves. I can't remember the states, maybe Florida, Texas, places like that.
Yep.
And a lot more probably will as well, aside from the federal government itself. So when the Fed is saying that, obviously, it's going to shake the market. It's going to make things a lot bearish. And people are obviously going to panic because that's one of the major catalysts as to why, we're pumping the way we are. But yeah, what were we about to say, Rick?
Like, you said that they said that we can't hold it ourselves, or that's not a law that they're looking to change.
Yeah.
Of like the US government holding crypto, but just because the US government doesn't explicitly hold the crypto, like Trump has been having meetings with Coinbase CEO, Crypto.com CEO, CEO of Ripple, CEO of Cardano. Like,
the government doesn't need to actually physically own the crypto, and it doesn't have to be like, obviously the idea of a Bitcoin strategic reserve is great, but yeah, if you can get these companies to allocate a portion of the team's holdings to the US government as a
Wait,
way
say
of
that again?
saying, if you can get these teams to allocate a portion of the team's allocation to the US government, or just print more because some of these coins are inflationary. The US government could have some of these coins on their balance sheet, or a portion of the company's tokens allocated to the US government locked up in some treasury or some bullshit. They can make it sound like a epic story.
Of course.
And yeah, and so the US government will own or custody at least some crypto from these companies.
Yeah.
Which
So
I
I
think
think
would be crazy.
I like where you're going with this because I do think I think Trump. The thing, this is where like I'm sure there's some idiots out there that sold yesterday panicking saying, "Oh, the market's over," and there's always idiots out there. But the reason why I'm not panicking, I'm actually more bullish than ever, is that just because he can't do it does not mean the president doesn't have the power to do that. That's number one. Number two, the Fed are so archaic and traditional, bro. They are holding gold on the balance sheet, bro. Like gold on balance sheet, like not gold contracts. I don't think they're holding gold in some bank or one of their favorite banks in them, having that reserve there. So I think in terms of holding crypto, they don't have the infrastructure to do that anyway. Which is why I think Trump might look like one of those guy that's got his head in the sun, but he's actually very smart done it, fam. And I think he's laying on the foundation of getting greasing hands with some of these crypto US crypto founders, figure out how they could kind of build this strategic reserve. Because I feel like at the end of the day, we can't just expect it to be, bad BTC, go on Coinbase or whatever, bad BTC, put it on balance sheet. It's not that easy. You know what I mean? So personally for me, I don't think they have this infrastructure debt. But if you're using Coinbase and all these US-based exchanges as your custodian, then I do think it's possible. And I think Trump has a plan. Whether it gets done, I really don't care. But we need to understand there's more fundamental news beyond this strategic reserve. Like we still have the Bitcoin spot ETF. You know what I mean? Institutional investing. That's more than enough for us to power us through this bull run. I mean, a strategic reserve would be nice, but it's icing on the cake, honestly. So personally for me, him saying, "Oh, we're not legally allowed," who is he? The only power he has is the ability to affect monetary policies. That's it. That's it. That's all the power. Yes, it's a huge power, but at the same time, it's limited, fam. That man's term ends in 2026. Yesterday, I was so pissed at this news here. I was Googling, when does Jerome Powell term finish? I'm doing bare research on Google. I'm like, oh, this guy's got another full term. But that's okay. Trump's got another 4 years. He's got 1 more year. So expect him to get fired ASAP because he's actually useless. And I feel like he purposely did this yesterday to flood the market and calm down all these big head politicians saying, we're going to create strategic reserve, blah, blah, blah. And it's just fine. It's good. Hey, give me a nice little new entry, fam. So I'm not mad at it.
Maybe they should look at ending the Fed, but that's a whole other discussion.
Man said ending the Fed.
Listen, to be honest, that's not a crazy idea, fam, because, bro, under their watch, inflation has been historical, fam. Like, let's be real. So it's not like you can't blame inflation on the people. It's on you, fam. So even though, like, I feel like we could have started this rate cut much earlier, but Powell's been stubborn. So, man, I can't wait for Trump to go in the office and fire this Danny, fam. And he goes, oh yeah, doesn't have the power to fire me. Yes, he does. He can make your life uncomfortable, and you basically resign, fam. Because you will stop loving what you do. Imagine, bro, coming to work and you don't love what you do. Why am I doing it? People don't appreciate me. My boss doesn't like me. Why am I coming into work? That's what's gonna happen. It won't fire him directly, but it will make your life hellish. So yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that unfolds. And something else that we might have to see how it unfolds is when certain coins pump, there's often betas which can obviously follow and even do better than the alpha play. So I saw a post on X and it was actually pretty interesting. Actually, it might have been from Telegram, but regardless. And they said the following: Dogecoin and Pepe pumps, buy meme coins, for example, Peanut, Mog, etc. Hyperliquid pumps by DeFi fee generating protocols are Radium, ENA, etc. ETH pumps by layer ones such as AVAX, Sui, Mantle, Link, etc. ETH pumps also means buy NFTs. Solana pumps buy Solana meme coins, and virtual pumps equals buy base coins AI agents on base. So yeah, it's obviously narrative driven. It's been that type of market. But what do you think of those beta plays? And do you have anything else to add to that?
I'm all for these beta plays, but I feel like the thing about beta plays or even alpha plays is once they're put out in the wild, they're less of a play.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's kind of like the buy the rumor, sell the news type of thing. Like ultimately, you never really know when to buy and when to sell because you hear the news and then you're like, oh, is this the rumor or the news? And then you end up not being on the right side until you realize that actually you didn't hear the news early enough. But anyway, I think all the plays that you mentioned make total sense. Like, hence why we have pumping, because I don't know if you might have seen, but Hyperliquid is doing. It's like there's no market dump. It's like the price has barely shifted.
Yeah, I've been waiting for like a big pullback, and it's just not come.
It's just not happening. And even the way how they bond tokens, like last night, one of like a really big token that I was watching on Hyperliquid was bonded. And bonding on Hyperliquid is not like Pump.Fund where it's like, $63,000 or whatever it was, $69,000. Bonding on Hyperliquid is like a few $1 million. I think in this case it was 30 something. Yeah.
MANDEM, Hyper is not banned this on Coinbase. What's going on? There was a powerful Okay, they're saying that we're not gonna mess with you, man. Say them up.
Nah, they're saying, bro, go watch a video of the founder on YouTube. The guy is just like, yeah, fuck its body still. But yeah, so yeah, no, I think the beta players make total sense, but I think if you're in the market a lot, I think it's really worth you testing out your own beta plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just don't share them.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Oh, I'm muted. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Rick. I feel like once you put something out there, becomes less of a. I feel like if you kept to yourself, that beta play is probably stronger, but once you put it out there, it's no longer as strong. So what I caution people to do is, yes, I think those beta plays are good. What I would do is I'll build my own beta plays. We're like, cool, if Doge Pepe, what meme coin pumps, I will go look at meme coins that are more on the value, probably showing significant strength for the past 30 days or whatever, then try and long those and obviously be cautious because if something making lower lows, there's a reason why it's making lower lows and there's a reason why it's on the value. So if you can catch a good pump, cool. But there's plenty of meme coins, so it's not like I gotta do peanut, pop cow, whatever. There's, but generally the ethos has always been Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin pump. You should probably look at meme coins, but they'll probably pump after that. If the top AI players are pumping, you should probably look at other AI players, whether it's on base or whatever. So I want to just limit myself to just base. So yeah, I mean, like those better players are like solid in my opinion. But if you wanted to tweak here and there, there's nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, that's why.
What should we all give them a beta play for free? I mean, Harris just gave out like 5 or 6, but and
Yeah,
Deji, you just gave out 3. What should we all give them a beta play?
No, I know.
All right, I'll run a beta play. So Terminal of Truth, which is the thing that made GoTS Maximus. If you go on CoinGecko, you can see all tokens made by Terminal of Truth, all tokens that are pushed by Terminal of Truth. They don't all pump at the same time, but they pump in sequence. So you had Goat pump, then Goat receded, then you had A16Z pumped 171% or something crazy. Pull that back a bit, and then you have I forgot the rest of the tokens in there, but yeah, there you go. There's some alpha. Go away and have a look at that.
Yeah, and another, if I'm to drop another alpha or should I say beta to the MANDEM, so one thing I like to do sometimes is when you get a significant reset of the market where like people are long to their neck or whatever, one of the first places I look at is the liquid tokens, like the exchange tokens and stuff like that. So I look at Rune and things that have restaking balance on them, things that have liquid on them. So I look at Pengu, Rune, now I guess Apple Liquid. Those coins tend to have mad push once the market kind of is coming. Once the market is sure that we're going back up. So what people do is they just long, they long heavily, whether it's spot leverage, and they push it up. So if you wanted to trade that in the short term, you had to leverage a spot, up to you. But yeah, do your research. But that's kind of the things I look at. If I see Rune and Pendle pumping, that's because more and more people are on chain feel like the bottom's in. Right now, Rune is not pumping, Pendle's not pumping. So that's why I feel like the market's not strong yet, and I don't know when it'll pick up. But I keep a look on those charts, and obviously the most important is obviously Bitcoin, in my opinion.
Yeah, so for me, my beta play is looking at top meme coins of promising chains. So, for example, one that I'm in right now is Lofi on Sui. And obviously, Sui's been one of the best performing L1s this cycle.
The best.
Yeah, well, there you go. And obviously, it's still, even though it's performed well price action wise, it's still got a lot of development to go. You know, like I think it's still early days when it comes to, you know, DeFi, and there's a lot of things that are still yet to emerge on the chain. A bit like Solana in its early days. So yeah, with that being said, there's some active catalysts on Sui. So it's coming to Phantom, and if you look at the effects of Phantom to base, where base went on, and you'll see the activity on the chain, it skyrocketed, because obviously it's one of the most used wallets in crypto, and it's just easy for normies and everybody to use. And as a result, if you were in Brett, that was obviously another major catalyst. And yeah, Brett's, I don't know about today's price, but at one point it went to about $2 billion. And usually the top performing meme coin on that chain is about 5 to 6% of the total market cap of that L1. So I think there's still a lot of room to run. I saw it at about 60 billion, and I don't know what it's at now, maybe 140, something like that. It might have gone down because of the recent pullback, but yeah, at one point it's 250, but I think there's still a lot of room to go, and
yeah,
I'll probably be buying on dips as well.
Yeah, I got one more bit to play. Hey, listen, we're feeling generous today, boy. So another thing that usually pumps hard once the market bottle comes in is the top meme coins on every chain. So Lofi, Sui, Boom, Bonk, Popcat. These things have been having a massive pullback. Even if it's in the short term, once traders and investors feel like, cool, market's a bit settled, they will pump 20+%. So if you want to be super aggressive, whatever, you do what you want with that information.
Still, most definitely. And something else that was pumping hard to the end of last week was Pudgy Penguins. And Pudgy Penguins, one Pudgy Penguin was actually worth more than one BTC at one point, reaching over $100,000. And you might be thinking, how is that possible? What is Pudgy Penguins? Well, Pudgy Penguins is an NFT collection, and they had plushies, so they were selling into retail stores. I believe they were like Walmarts and stuff like that as well. And they launched a token. So that token came with airdrops, which is why people were, doing their level best to get their hands on a Pudgy Penguin, despite the price tag. Because if you managed to get your hands on one Pudgy Penguin, I believe you were airdropped about $85,000. And that was the main collection. If you got the sort of, I think it's called Little Penguin or something like that. If you got the secondary collection, it was less, but it was still a decent amount. And if you're an OG Solana user, you could even get some Pudgy Penguin. And I found that I got a little bit as well. Nothing close to that, but hey, free money is free money. So yeah, you just have to go to the claim website and just make sure you go through the official channels to check. But with that being said, after it launched, it dumped quite aggressively, about 50-60% at one point, and I think the price was starting to rebound before the pullback, but I actually haven't checked the price since then. So
Yeah, and just the price is 3 cents. I've got some strong opinion about this. So first of all, pardon my language, Pudgy Penguin.
you know what's so funny about that? There was actually
a token called Pudgy Penguin. Yeah. You know why? Because that man didn't get no allocation, bro. So I didn't get no allocation, so I'm gonna do my own. I'm gonna launch my own token, get man into VAD, and then yeah, we'll be up in it. But yeah, on the road though, Pudgy Penguin. Because I checked my wallet, I didn't get nothing, but I never spent to get anything anyway, so I'm not too upset. But the people that bought the NFT for 102K, shout out to you, man, innit? Because you man obviously knew what you were doing because he got 80K airdrop. Nice. But for me personally, if I did that, I would sell all my tokens right away, fam, because I think this is going down, man. And yeah, the same way we thought Pinot will never come down. Look at Pinot price today. The same way we thought all these hot meme coin. Yes, they'll have the moment in the Sunday, yeah. But I cannot wait to short these things to the floor, bro. I swear to you, fam. It's now available on Femex, Binance, for perpetuals. Yeah, I'll be looking at the chart, looking for a nice little sweet entry to short. Like I'm bullish on Minecon as ever, but I think whenever you do this, personally, there's been some under the table shoddy deals going on with Pudgy. There was I remember I posted in our group, there was an insider wallet associated with the team that had hella tokens, dumped like 20 mil worth of token and still has another 30, 40 mil. So they know what they were doing. They landed in their own pocket. And to be honest, that's the game in crypto. Like, you take care of yourself first before you take care of community. And I'm not mad at that. But I do think whenever you have a launch of the backing of NFT, once the NFT loses its value, because it will now, because no one gives a shit about it anymore, the thing is done now, how long can you sustain the value of this token? So I'm going to keep an eye on the charts, and now I'm looking for a sweet entry to short because the market is giving the opportunity to... there's always something like this in the market where, like, every year or every cycle, we have this ambitious project launching things off the back of another back security. In this case, you're backing this token with NFT. So unless you're getting constant inflow of cash into your NFT, this is not a token that will... I'll be shocked if it goes to $1. I will put my hands up and be like, you know what, I was wrong. Yeah. But right now, it opened at 3.3 billion market cap. Is now 2 billion market cap. It's down 10%. Probably down even more since it launched. And yeah, I'm just wondering what you might think the upside is for Pudgy Penguin, or should I say Pengu? That's what the token is.
So the wildest thing about this, yeah, obviously mine's I didn't get none of this airdrop because, you know, apparently I'm not classified as an OG Solana wallet.
No, apparently they're saying you're not swapping enough on chain. That's what they're saying.
So what they're saying is I'm not paying enough fees. I'm all right, bro.
All right, literally, that's what they're saying, bro.
But also, just a caveat, a point on that. They did have an issue with their connection as far as the claim was concerned. So, yeah, to just double check maybe over the next couple of days because the claim there will take a few days.
Check my wallet. They said zero Pengu claim, fam. Zero.
I know, bro. I even had to.
You got more than one wallet though, so just check. Well, I do anyway, but take a look.
I had to move. I finally downloaded the Phantom desktop app so that I could move all my Soulflare and Phantom wallets from my phone to my desktop to claim this thing and got zero. Anyway, so into Pudgy Penguins now. Bro, Pudgy Penguin is a big deal, you know? Like 50 billion views across social media, which is insane. They have something like, they're out in 10,000 stores globally, Targets and Walmarts, so not just in America. They have like 1.7 million people following them on Instagram, 400 and something K on X, like 200K people in their Discord. For an NFT, bro, that's like, they are the second biggest NFT only to CryptoPunks. So for them to say we're going to launch a token they fucked up in so many different ways. There were so many beta plays the day before. As soon as they announced it, there were so many tokens saying, "Hey, we're Pudgy Penguins, Pudgy Penguins." People buying, thinking, "Oh, I'm in Pudgy Penguins," but no, you just got rubbed. The amount of people, the amount of fake websites for the claim was out in the numbers, so bare people lost money that way. But like stepping away from all the scamming, where do I think this will go? I think it's mad that an NFT project is back in the limelight. The fact that they, won Pudgy Penguin Flick BTC is insane. I saw a couple days ago as well that a Pudgy Penguin sold for like $458,000. Some crazy shit. And imagine, bro, the floor for these things, like as Deji just mentioned, was like $1,000 a year ago. And I don't think it was the wise people that were like, I'm gonna jump into this thing. Nah, bro. It was
a bad year ago.
D-gens, bruv. It was the
That's
D-gens
the
that said, "Raw, I'm gonna jump in this thing. Fingers crossed, I get something like positive in the next year." But I think overall, where is it gonna go? Obviously, so 25% of the total supply was given away to the community. So I'm guessing that's like a few Discord members that have been actively helping, and all the airdrops, the community airdrops. And then there was something like 0.35% that was given to FTT holders. Don't know why. Guess they felt sorry for them. But right now, it's about 30% down from when it launched, even after everyone dumped. And yeah, like if I was that person, I'd dump as well. Imagine this getting 85K. Some people got over 100K because they had multiple, like $100K of this shitcoin token, meme coin, bro. I'd be dumping that shit endlessly. However, I don't think we've seen the last of Pudgy Penguins, bro. And like as a meme, like they have it all. Like they have the graphics, they have the team, like they have the recipe for success. If you're looking at memes like Shiba and Doge, and then they have some real world utilities. So like kids actually have these Pudgy Penguin toys in their house. There's Pudgy Penguin plushies that people can give. Actually, fuck that. If someone wants to give me a Christmas present, I want a Pudgy Penguin. Because yeah, it's like a $5, isn't it? But
What would do? Can you claim an NFT? Does it come with an NFT? Yeah.
nah, to the NFT. $1 I remember instead. But yeah, so this price dumped heavily, but I don't think this is the last of Pudgy Penguins. And I think I know bare people that would have seen that it launched and decided, "Oh, I'm gonna get in now." Yeah, you fucked up. But at the same time, like buying Pudgy Penguins today, it's probably not a bad shout, bro. Like obviously not financial.
Wait. What? Buying what? The NFT or the token?
No. The meme coin. Okay. They have a total supply of 88 billion. 62.4 of that is currently circulating.
Oh,
They're down 8% on the day, which is less than many other tokens right now, because some tokens are bleeding like shit right now. So yeah, I just feel like, yeah, and they're already on your tier 1 exchanges. It's only a matter of time before they get listed on Coinbase. But yeah, I don't think Pengu is gonna be a shitcoin like other shitcoins. And I think the way to look at Pengu is look at it like an ICO, not like a meme coin. Because how meme coins normally work is you see it, it's just launched. You're like, shit, I might have to step away from this. This could just be bullshit. But I don't feel like this coin will be bullshit. And I feel like if you're tracking your entry well enough, like over time, this could flip Doge, bro. Which is crazy to say, but it could. It just could.
So that brings my next question. I was actually going to ask you, yeah? So right now, the market cap is at 1.9 billion. I'm looking at Shiba Inu, which is another Ethereum meme, nowhere near what level launch this did, but their growth has been more organic. So market cap is at 14.3 billion. Dogecoin is 53.4. Do you think Pudgy can outflip those two things?
I think it's possible, man.
Oh, to be honest, it's in this world, especially in the crypto space, anything's possible. We had XRP flip everything and went to top 3, coming out of nowhere. Well, top 20. But
I think it's possible, though.
Yeah.
I think I might grab some Pudgy Penguin at this price. Nothing to make me lose my hair. I'm not gonna buy like 100 grand or 10 grand worth. I'm probably gonna say I'm gonna jump in with like a few £100 worth of Pudgy Penguin, just so that I track the value. If my few £100 turn into £100, then cool. If it turns into a couple £100, then I might be like, yeah, okay, cool. But yeah, I think this is one to track, and I don't think it should be slept on at all.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Because I'm just trying to see. Think about this. Yeah, for me personally, everything I need to know. I know obviously they've had a unique. They have then Walmart, then this and that. They have NFT. I don't care about all that. You know what I mean? I just checked the floor price for a Pudgy Penguin NFT. It's now down to 68K. It was never gonna maintain that fucking market price of 100K. That's just fucking ridiculous. That's where my bearishness started. Then I didn't get allocation. I got more emotional. Like, oh, these lots are dead. But what the point I'm trying to make it is, yeah, I won't go and just short out of emotion, but I do feel like it's one to pay attention to, whether for longs or short. Reason being is, this could easily be a flash in the pan, and we're like, you know, for whatever reason, the hype fizzle out, and then something new. You know what I mean? It could be another peanut story that because you never know in this. Because at the end of the day, yes, it's an IC or whatever, but to me, it's still a meme coin. A meme coin have it's an attention game. He has an attention of this month. The Pudgy Penguin will probably be one of the top meme coin this month. But come January now, it could be Paper and Shiba again. You know what I mean? Or Doge. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna be like, yeah, you know, yeah, I'm all in the sexy launch, whatever. Fuck all that. All the information I need to know is in the charts, fam. And over the next couple of weeks, the charts will tell us what I got.
Yeah, I think I'm agreeing with Rick, and there's a few reasons why. One, this isn't just a collection that just popped up this cycle and then they just launched something. They launched previous cycle, they've experienced the bear, they've still been around, people have still cared enough to you know buy the collection and get involved. And obviously they've gone to billions of dollars in terms of market cap as far as the meme coin is concerned. The second thing that I think is the only other proxy as to how this could potentially perform is ApeCoin. And obviously ApeCoin is from a Bored Ape Yacht Club. It's currently not doing well now, but obviously if you track it in terms of this last cycle, it launched, it dumped, and then it went on a meteoric rise. And I think at one point it was definitely top 50. I can't remember if it was top 30, maybe top 20.
Top 50. Top 50.
Yeah. So he performed quite well. Obviously he had the sort of gaming narrative, so slightly different, but in the sense that it was a NFT based sort of meme coin, if you like. That's probably the closest thing that we have to compare side by side. So I think at these levels it's definitely interesting. I've already got a little bit, like a few £100 worth, so we'll see how it performs. Yeah, it's something to keep an eye on for sure.
Yeah, and then one more thing before we move on. So I just looked at CoinMarketCap, the community sentiment. 85% of the people are bearish on this token. Just saying.
There might have been 85,000 people that never got the allocation. You never know.
Bro, 100%. They didn't even get one. What do you mean? I'm bearish, blood. I'm bearish.
Honestly. Well, thanks for listening to the podcast, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.